folks, I have two projects today. So yesterday I cleaned out the hopper, the bottom hopper in the stove, and I had a log jam in there and I had pellets in there. But what I noticed was I'm getting the gummy stove. It says creosote and tar in there inside underneath the hopper. I'll try to explain this. Underneath here, where I put my wood pellets in, there's creosote and tar in there, and what happens is the pellets in there, they get sticky and they stick to the sides and they don't feed. Now these pellets are actually a little long. I switched to my tried and true stove towel because they're small. But anyway, I did two projects. Hopefully you can see both of them. So the first one is I put insulation on this air intake. Now I would have liked not fiberglass, but something that is not flammable on here, but I found these foam things. They are for a 3/4 inch hot water pipe, and I cut two of them and I wrapped them around there. Now you can see I cut around here because I didn't want the foam close to the exhaust pipe. Now hopefully it doesn't get hot, but I will have to take a look at it and see. Now I know this gets hot, but does it get hot enough to burn this foam? I don't know. So this part here is uncovered. Now that's steel exhaust pipe. And what you have is, I have condensation that comes because it's drawing cold air in from the outside. And then when it's really cold, I get ice on there. But most of the time I get condensation which drips onto the floor right here. So I don't want to rot the floor. So anyway, as I was saying, I get condensation on here, it drips onto the floor. And then I don't want to rot the floor and the trim and all that. I don't want water down here. Now that is step one, or that's project number one. Hopefully you can see project number two. Now I described the pellets and the creosote that gets in there and the tar. So what I did, and what is common here, is hopefully you can see that there's a copper tube in there. And I introduced some cold air into the bottom of the hopper underneath the pellets. And what that should do, in theory, is to get all the gas that gets stuck in that auger chamber and cause smoke in the hopper and creosote in the pellet hopper to get out of there. It should introduce some small air from the back. Now, you can see I cut a hole in the hopper, and I used a copper line because I didn't want anything flammable. And also, see where the air intake is there, comes in here, and then it goes, there's a box right here. So I introduce hopefully cold air that comes in from the outside into there, into the hopper. So hopefully I won't get that creosote in there, and we'll see how it does. Now, like I said, I like this to not be flammable. Some people use PVC. I want to use exhaust pipe because I wanted it to be flame free, but here I got some foam on there, and I'd rather have something that is flame retardant and won't melt. So it still works fine, it lights fine, it lit in 5 minutes. I think I'm noticing a very small difference in the way the stove burns. I think perhaps it's getting a little more air, but I'm not really sure. But if I don't get smoke in the hopper from now on, I'll know it's fixed. Hi folks, so I was just looking, and apparently the melting point of foam, styrofoam, is 464 degrees Fahrenheit, so it should be absolutely fine. Thanks for watching.